Good morning and welcome to A Life Worth Living. I'm Frederick Groth, and I believe that God has a plan and purpose for everyone. I have a message of hope and truth to show you a life worth living. So this morning we're in Genesis chapter 35. Great chapter. God calls Jacob back to the place where he talked to him first. The land of Luz, which Jacob renamed Bethel, the house of God. And in so doing, Jacob cleans up house. He says, let's get rid of all the old crap, the idols, the gods that we've collected from his now family's home back into Laban's family, and they clean house. They bury them under a tree, they get rid of them, and they go, and Jacob introduces his family to his God, the Almighty. He cleans up closet and sets his sail, and off they travel to Bethel, and they encounter God again. There are times in our lives that we just have to clean up house. Clean up this house as well as our physical house. From all the crap, all the crud that we collect that dulls our senses and distracts us from our purpose. So many little things. It's like, that's nothing. It's no big deal. But then that little thing adds to this little thing, and this little thing adds to this little thing, and then we have a pile. And then we have a mountain. And then we have a distraction that takes our eyes off our purpose. We must keep our eyes on our purpose. We must keep our eyes on the goal that God has set before us. We must remember that God is with us. God calls us to Bethel, to be reminded of our purpose, to be reminded of our care. That is why it's so important for us to go to the house of God, to the local church house, if you will, and just get realigned with our purpose, to get realigned with the presence of God, to get realigned so that the next week we aren't distracted again. We need to set aside our social club activities at the church house and get in contact with God. Jacob did this a number of times through his life. He would just get away and build an altar and talk to God. The next time you go to church, make it this week. But the next time you go to church, build an altar, talk to God. Very important. Build an altar, talk to God. Get realigned to the purpose that He has for you. It's not about, it's great to talk to friends and family when we go to the church house, but the most important thing is talk to God. Get back to the house of God, talk to God. Clean up this, clean up that, and get in contact with God. You'll be amazed how it realigns your purpose, how it realigns your ideals, how it realigns your life. And I can guarantee that you will live a life worth living if you make a habit of going back to the house of God. Talk to you later. Have an amazing day. And go. Do it. Live a life worth living. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Get off the couch and do it. God bless you. Talk to you later on A Life Worth Living.